welcome into the Common Dad Podcast, Season 2. Thank you guys so much for listening. As usual, I am joined by Ryan and, of course, Andrew. Gentlemen, how are we doing on this fine evening, morning, or afternoon? What if you happen to be listening? We're here for the listeners, you know?
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Absolutely. We are getting hungry. So before we get started into the main thing, I ran across this today on the old TikTok. Well, not TikTok because I don't know how that works, but Instagram
It's pronounced
TikTok.
Tic-Tac.
You know what I mean?
Instagram TikTok. That's how
So
I TikTok is through Instagram.
These right, it's the same thing.
It's a thing, I think.
It's the same thing. And so these three idiots, or maybe not idiots, maybe geniuses, they were watching a baseball game, and they did a 9-inning challenge where each inning they had to drink one beer and eat one hot dog. Every single inning. I felt like that was, I don't want to say easy, but definitely doable.
Bold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan, you're the resident baseball guy. How long are your MLB games?
Your MLB games are
Like
gonna
a
be about
national
3 hours,
televised.
but a lot of that's in between innings, not necessarily during the inning. The fact that
You get
got
the full
top
length
and
of the
bottom
broadcast. Full length of the broadcast.
Right, but you're still, if you say one per inning,
Yeah,
If you have-
they were doing like one per inning.
there are innings, especially at the beginning of the game. The first time, the Major League
Yeah,
pitchers have
that's
so much advantage right now.
Yeah.
They're 10, 12 pitches and half innings done. So you got to be halfway done with your beer, halfway done with
So
your
you
hot
got to
dog.
be rolling pretty quick.
Same with the other. So now your home team is going up to bat, so your away pitcher might not be as quick, but still, you're talking maybe 30 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah.
That could be a 10-minute inning.
I mean, I feel like I could kill a hot dog in a commercial break, though, in between innings, though. I don't think that would be a problem.
Yeah, so my immediate gut reaction
That would be my strategy.
Going a beer an inning, averaging,
Yeah.
you could do it. You could do 9 beers at a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a tad on a lot side, but
Yeah,
but
you
could do
keeping
it.
it
And
light,
maybe not all in
sure.
the first inning, but you're gonna catch up during the 7th inning stretch and so on and so forth. You got some time to play catch up. Slamming a hot dog in an inning is easy.
That's what I felt like.
But once you get to the 4th or 5th inning, 4 or 5 hot dogs in,
It's going to get tougher.
and 4 or 5 beers in, you're not going to
And-
feel like eating another hot dog.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm going to want to run a marathon after this. I'm just saying I could do it.
No, but you're going to
Probably a
you're not going
vomit.
to be in your chair very much.
Drew, do you think you could do it? I feel like you could. You
I
could
feel
probably
like in a
take that
typical
down.
game, I could get through that because
Yeah.
baseball games are. You do have. I mean, what the average MLB game is probably 3 hours plus,
Yeah.
so it's not terrible. Where I think the curveball comes in is probably. You know, it was like a year or two ago. The Marlins went into a 22-inning game.
Oh, we're done at 9 no matter what. That's when my game is. Somebody's going to end up in
So
the hospital.
That's a good point.
you take this into overtime innings, and I'm not even saying you have to go 22 because 22 is a very, very rare exception. But shoot, man, you go to 12 or 14 innings, and that gets miserable
So in
really
your-
quick.
Your sick little game, you just keep going until it's over. That would be now. The
That's
football
too
equivalent would be, I guess, 4 quarters. We'll
Do
just
you
play
do
the
one
4
per
game.
touchdown?
Well, depends on who you're watching. Might be in trouble there. No, thank you on an Ohio State game. What if in a
That
football
Ohio
game?
State, Utah, no thank you.
Oh, I'd be in the hospital by halftime. No doubt
No,
about
you
it.
could-
4 beers, 4 dogs a quarter. Let's go.
Well, that's about how many
That's a lot.
drives you're going to get, right? Or every dual possession.
Again, that's a rare
So-
exception.
An
That's
offense,
true.
defense, and then you're up.
Yeah.
And then offense, defense, and then you got to do another one. Offense.
Football's
defense.
quick though, man. If you're watching a running
It can
football
be.
game, I think I would feel better about the baseball. I think football, you get yourself into some trouble pretty
Well,
quick.
okay, so make it different. You do one a quarter. That's 4 beers, 4 dogs
Oh,
in
that's-
about
that's
2
easy.
hours.
That's a Saturday.
That's-
That's just that's my plan. That's my plan this
that's on the
weekend.
All right, make
What are we
them
doing?
Don't make them dogs. Make them bratwurst or something.
Ooh, now we're
little
I could-
beefier.
little beefier. Yeah, I could do that. But the
You know,
beer
and
is,
do pints. Don't do. You know, do.
Ooh, okay. There we go.
There you go. Do a 9.0 IPA. 4
Yeah.
of them.
Well, speaking of food, as
Got me
fathers,
hungry now.
as
I'll have to order
fathers
some
of
food
children,
after this.
of course, we have very pressing issues to get to, but none like we do none like we do today. We, my friends, will be doing a big game draft meal. So to set the stage a little bit here, what I mean by that is whatever your plate, whatever you want that to look like on a football, basketball, whatever your big game is, what is your dream plate? So we're going to go draft style here. We're going to go 4 food items and 1 drink item. A couple caveats here. Wings specifically, you can go with boneless, you can go with regular, and you can dress it up however you want to. So there's kind of 2 wing categories. As far as your drinks, if you wanted to go with a beer, you could go with a light beer. Now light beers are off the table. If you wanted to go with a lager, now lagers are off the table. Same thing if you're a psychopath and you would like a glass of wine as you watch football on a Saturday. White wine, red wine, everybody understands the rules.
Is light beer a category?
Sure.
I think we but it's still, you could have light lagers. So I don't think light beer counts. I think you have
We'll say
you
it
have
has
your
to
lager,
say,
you have your
it has
wheat,
to
you have
say
your IPAs,
light.
you have your stouts.
It has to say light on it.
Miller Lite, Bud Light.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
those are both lagers. So that's just choose the lager
All right,
category.
we'll go with whatever it says on the can, I guess. We'll if we run into that, we have judges,
see
of
if we
course,
run
on
into
standby. I mean, this is a professional podcast. We've got
That's
judges
right.
on standby.
We have
We've got MIT
We've
kids
got a
on
booth
it.
review.
We've got people on standby. We have all the major, beer distributors on the line, ready to answer any technical questions. So, of course, you won't hear them, but we'll tell you what they said. So, draft order or draft style, we will be doing a snake style draft. So 1 would go, number 2 would go, number 3 would go, 3 is going to pick twice, and then you go back up, and then 2 goes, and then 1 would go twice, back down, so on and so forth. Now, because I'm a fantastic podcast host, I didn't think about how to decide this draft order.
I was waiting for that.
Let's make
did
a
mean to
quick
ask you this
decision.
ahead
Yeah,
of time.
I didn't think about that. So what we're gonna do, of course, we have our producer on standby. She is going to pick a number, and whoever is closest is
Wow.
1. Whoever's second, and whoever's
Oh,
third.
she
Okay.
just we do
Oh,
that
never
too.
mind. She just did it. Justin, Andrew, Ryan. There we go. Executive decision. Anybody have any problems? Take it up with the commissioner.
I'll take it up with her later tonight.
Okay, then. That's what we don't have an HR office yet, so let that be known. Anyway, okay, well, I guess I'm number 1. So I'm
Don't let it go to your head.
I'm officially on the board. Oh, it's already in my head, of course. All right, so with the first pick of the
We all know where you're going. This isn't a guess.
22, you know where I'm going with this? You think?
Go.
I mean, first pick of the 2022 big game meal draft, buffalo chicken dip.
Buffalo chicken
Buffalo
dip.
chicken
I-
dip.
I
You go with
feel,
a dip
yeah, a
for the
dip.
number 1 overall. Okay.
And of course, your dips come with your choice of chip. It's not a different pick. So
Gotcha.
I would
Gotcha.
definitely be going with the buffalo, and I'm writing everything down. I'm going to go with the buffalo chicken dip, and I'll just go with your basic corn tortilla chip. No reason to get crazy. The dip's doing the work there. I don't know. I feel like that was a little bit maybe of a flashy pick, like a wide receiver, if you will, but I got to have that on a game day. Can't not be on the plate. It's a must.
So, this is a little surprising because I figured you would have gone with a beverage as your first selection.
It crossed my mind. It definitely crossed my
Because
mind. but-
there's fewer options, I feel like, when it comes to
It's
what
like
you
a
want in
QB.
your
You only
hand.
have
There's
one QB that starts. You don't have.
and
That's
it kind of
true.
sets the tone.
It does, yeah. Now, I mean, it's a major dip off the board. Maybe that was a little bit of a reach, but for me personally, I gotta
It's a
have
good
it.
tip. So,
I gotta
so I
have
do
it.
have to. I have to ask the qualifying
No.
question. Then, does
Sure.
that take corn tortillas off?
No.
That just takes
wherever
buffalo
your dip
chicken
is. Correct. You can do whatever you want to there. So buffalo chicken dip officially off the board. Andrew, you're on the clock.
Well, we're gonna go with a lager beer.
Log.
So that is your buds, your Yinglings.
right. No, a Bud Light.
I don't want
is
an
a lager.
IPA. IPA is too yeah.
Yeah.
Bud is lager. I don't want an IPA because after 2 or 3 that gets really kind of too much.
You're gonna get tired. Especially if you're in it for
yeah.
a long day of watching some games.
Exactly. I want to be able to drink them and not care. And
Yeah.
with lagers, you have some light options, but
Yeah.
but even then, I could drink the same one, probably 5, 6, 7 of them, and be fine.
Yeah, game day is definitely a marathon situation. You get into now you could dip into the IPAs, as the fourth quarter of the last game's wrapping up, just kind of as a nightcap.
Yeah, but if I had to pick one
all day,
start to finish,
that's a solid
it's a
pick.
lager. Yeah,
that was probably going to be my number. That was my 1A choice.
I'm surprised it wasn't your first choice to get it
Yeah.
locked in.
I mean, you hate to see it go, but you live with your decision.
There's other options.
There's always other players out there, of course. Ryan, you're on the board, and you have 2 picks in a row here, my friend.
I can't believe these dropped down to me. I kind of feel like I'm.
Gosh, 2 picks.
I know. I've got 2 picks
that's
here,
honestly the spot to be.
and well, yeah. Had the light lager dropped, having 2 picks in a row, I think it would have probably been one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But having both of these options fall into my lap, these were my 2 top choices to get 2 sustaining meats here to kind of get you through the whole game. We're gonna go
Double
ribs,
meats. Wow.
ribs for number 1 and chicken wings for number 2. Bone in.
Bone-in wings.
Wow.
Bone-in.
Ribs off the
But
board and chicken wings off the board.
That removes all chicken, from the board. No.
No, you can go with a boneless
wing. You could
or
go like
chicken
chicken
finger.
tenders, chicken
Come on,
fingers.
boneless
Yeah.
and bone-in are the
A
same
nugget,
thing.
if you will. I'm just saying you could if you wanted to. If you're a 12-year-old and you want some boneless wings, have at it. Make sure you get, super sweet.
I'm just saying, if it's
so
Chick-fil-A
it's
nuggets, I'm killing them.
Oh,
So it
yeah,
doesn't
I'm
really
not-
matter. Like, you
I'm
can sit
not-
here and say if you're 12 years old, but I don't really care. The Chick-fil-A nugget is a Chick-fil-A nugget, and I'm going to eat it all day.
Has anybody ever been like, hey, I got some leftover Chick-fil-A nuggets. Do you want any? Have you ever once said no in your entire life?
No.
No, I'll eat them off the floor.
Has there ever
in the
been
car.
leftover chicken nuggets? No.
No, they're fine. They don't ever go bad. They're
So don't knock the chicken nuggets.
chicken of the Lord. So ribs and bone. That's interesting. 2 meats. That's like going 2 quarterbacks almost. I feel like. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, there's strong choices. Don't get me wrong.
I'll explain the logic maybe at the end of the draft. We can give a little explanation of where we're going here, but I don't think you guys are going to touch my next.
Yeah, I have a feeling that we're
2
not
options.
exactly on the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of personal preference, and of course, we'll leave it up to the listeners on the internets to pick who has the best. I mean, it'll be mine, but it's fine. So Drew, we're back to you, and I forgot with the number 1 pick. I don't go again. It sucks. All right, Drew, you're on the board.
Here, do I go? Let's see. Game day plate.
That is
Ryan's
the topic.
got 2 meats.
Mhm.
Justin has kind of a munchie.
Mhm.
We're gonna go. All right, I'm gonna get my main kind of locked in here. We're gonna go barbecue pulled pork sliders.
Oh, now quick question. You can do it however you want to do, but are you putting these on the Hawaiian rolls?
Is there another option?
That's
There's
the
no
move.
other way.
There's no other way.
I've got to say, Drew, I was counting on ribs or wings being out, and pulled pork sliders,
Man.
barbecue pulled pork was next on the
Those
list.
sliders.
I thought I was going to have to go there, so I think that's a very strong pick here.
How many sliders could you put down in one sitting? I think I'm in the double digits. if
Well, it
need
depends.
be.
I mean, if you're talking the
Just
Hawaiian
sliders.
rolls and you're talking like a
Yeah.
whole game, like
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you got time on your side. Oh,
yeah.
gosh, you just
The whole sleeve. Just pull them out, slice it as one, slap it in the oven.
12?
on your way
Done.
into the party, they hand
Yes.
everybody a sleeve.
Is it 4x5?
Here's yours.
I don't know. I don't know if it's 4x5. You can get bigger ones though. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they
That's
make
a
them different
good-
sizes.
Right. You're right.
I have a shame that actually wasn't on my board. I didn't have pulled pork anywhere.
Gasp.
Did you have like brisket then or something?
That's a good one. Man, that's
No,
nice.
Drew, I
like
think
the
that
pulled
you're
pork.
off to a good
Now,
start here.
just because I'm just fantasizing about this slider now. What? So you got pulled pork on there on the Hawaiian roll. Are you doing like a cheese? Or are you doing like just like a a barbecue sauce topping, maybe some coleslaw.
Well, so
if
I
you're
did
feeling a
specify it's
little
barbecue pulled
squirrely.
pork. So
Okay.
it would be barbecue pulled pork, but maybe there's a dip that's selected here later on that could be added
I like that.
to
The 1-2
compound and
punch.
tie it all together, and
I'm a
that
little-
way, like, you get the leftovers. That's just like the droppings on the plate, and that's a whole nother thing in and of itself. Is
I'm
like,
starting to feel like you're a couple steps ahead of me, and I'm already nervous because you've really got the wheels turning here, and my confidence is already wavering. All right, so with my second pick, I'm definitely going to get the main dish on here because I don't want to lose this, and this is very maybe super Midwestern, but I'm just going to go with a solid bratwurst. And if you're crazy, you call it a bratwurst sandwich, right, guys? Bratwurst sandwich. Is that where we're going? So you can dress it up however you want. I'm going with some stadium mustard and some sauerkraut on mine.
A standard brat, no cheddar brats, no.
No.
now, does that remove all brat style?
No, I think if you want to go with like a Bahama Mama or something like another Italian sausage, have at it. I'm going. When I say bratwurst, everybody knows what I'm talking about.
I
I
disagree.
feel like it
think
removes
once
the
you go
brat style,
you're
but
off.
you could go hot dog, but not not the
Yes.
brat style.
All
Like
right.
it's
Agreed.
I don't know.
Agreed.
And that I did have cheddar wurst on mine.
Okay. So yeah, if it ends in a worst, you can't have it. So yeah, I'm going bratwurst. You can dress it up however you want. Me, I'm going stadium
Solid
mustard.
choice.
Some I usually load my first one up, and then my next couple just kind of lay low a little bit there. But yeah, but bratwurst definitely. And Drew, we're now back. To
No,
my friend.
no.
No, you get
That's
2
another
picks.
one to
Oh, I
you,
get 2.
son.
I get 2. Oh, this is thrilling.
I'll take it if you want, though.
Oh,
I'll go
man.
twice
Okay.
if you want.
See, this is
You weren't ready.
no, I wasn't ready. NFL teams get 2 minutes on the clock. I'm going to take every bit of the. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with a. Boy, I've got one that I really need, but I've got one I want, but it's not a needed position, if you know what I mean. It's best available, but it's not needed. But it's an absolute staple, and I've got to have it. Rotel cheese dip.
You son of a bitch.
2 dips. I don't
Queso,
know how
huh?
I feel about that, actually, but I
So
just
you're
can't.
taking queso.
You
Specifically, you're taking
named
Rotel,
one.
but it's
specifically, yeah, the Rotel brand, though.
but it's you're taking
It's a
queso
queso.
because it is a queso. Yeah,
Queso's
Correct.
off
kind
the
of
board.
Correct.
It's a good thing I have a backup for that though,
Just messed up Drew's.
because I had that one.
Yeah.
Of course, I had that one. That was going to be my next choice. You
I
knew
figured
that.
that was going to
Yeah.
be yours.
You're just
for
trying
sure,
to
'cause
sabotage
you-
me because
got
I gave
that-
you too much information on the last turn, telling
You
me
got
that
that
it was.
Rotel running
right.
through your veins.
I gave you
Oh,
too
I know
much
you love
too much
that.
info.
You maybe did, but yeah, I don't know.
But I
don't know
got a
how
backup
I
plan.
like. I got to really bring this team around because I got too much
What are you pairing with it?
pizzazz. Chip wise, specifically the corn chip that is in the bowl, so I can really take advantage
The
of
scoops.
the scoops.
I mean, you already
yes.
have corn tortillas in there, but now you're doing
right, but if you go with the scoops on the buffalo dip, you
right.
can't
But see,
really,
that was your chance to get another chip on the board because you can cross again. You can
I can cross play the chips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I could go with a blue corn chip. Those are sturdy, which I like that. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I feel good about that. Best available. Got to roll with it.
Well, you did take one off the board.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little frustrating, but I anticipated somebody else pulling that,
Right.
which is why my next pick is going to be the soft pretzels with beer cheese.
Oh, solid choice.
That's a good.
That was up there.
See, that's huge because you
Did
get the
not
beer
take
cheese
mine.
as the dip, and then the soft pretzel is probably the strongest dipping mechanism out there. But you can really only use it for the beer cheese. That's,
And again, well, I mean, you could eat those things by themselves.
That's
I don't know
true.
about other people,
Yeah,
but
a little mustard.
beer and pretzels, like you
Yeah.
could, it doesn't matter. And then you got the beer cheese. You could cross that with the sliders and put a little bit on there.
Mm-hmm. Man, That's a good one. Now, is this the beer cheese that somebody made us on vacation in his concrete?
No, this
or
is not
actual.
This is specifically
beer
not
cheese?
the beer cheese
Okay.
that was left for other people to clean up.
Specifically not that, and was actually uncleanable because
Unspecified beer.
because it was actually made with Quickcrete and could not be removed.
I'm not familiar with that brand of beer, Justin.
It wasn't fantastic, but I did eat my lion's share, if you will. Beer cheese with the pretzels. Now, you going like with the full pretzel or the little pretzel bites?
Oh, pretzel bites.
Got to do the bites. Yep.
I will say the full pretzel at the game is.
I mean,
a
they're
move.
good. Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
but
that's a
that's not a game day
At home.
party.
You're not going
Right.
to put that on
Like,
the plate with
Feel ridiculous.
I'm gonna just
Let me
line
get
up
a
the table
giant
with like
pretzel.
50 full size pretzels. Nah,
When's the
I'm
last
good.
time you guys ever ordered the giant pretzel at a restaurant? Have you guys seen they're the size of beach balls now. It takes 3 people
Honey,
to
like
bring them
a
over. They're like,
week
here you
ago?
go.
I
It's
don't
like,
know.
good Lord.
Maybe at my restaurant.
Oh no, he said the full size pretzel. No, the full.
But, like,
The,
You know. there's-
oh, we got bites. We got the pretzel bites
Go
with
with
the
the
beer
bites,
cheese not too long ago.
Yeah.
But that was that. I mean, I just
Yeah. Either way. All right. And you get 2. That was your first of 2, right?
No,
I don't get 2. I'm in the middle.
He's in the middle. I get 2, and then it
I
goes
don't know
back
where
to
I
him.
am. I don't know where I am.
You're 1. He's 2. I'm 3.
That's
and then we
right.
go 3, 2, 1.
Don't you forget it.
That's right.
Don't you forget. I just wanted to hear you say it.
I do want to comment though. I feel like having a brother in this draft,
Mm-hmm.
like I feel very comfortable switching or keeping my I like all of his picks.
Right.
You could come to my party and you
mean,
would
you
be
guys
just
grew up
fine.
eating the
I
same,
would be
literally the same party.
I would
same
show up
food,
to his
so,
party. I would no, for sure.
I mean,
But hold
I
on. I
did
mean,
have-
I think that's the case with any of these lists. I mean, these are all going to be pretty much.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you enjoy
But
going
the
to
order-
sports parties,
Yeah, I'm not turning my nose up at any of these things.
yeah,
At-
bratwurst and buffalo
No
chicken dip and queso.
No chance.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but I would choose your menu over. See, I'm showing my cards here a little bit, but I'm going to pick on Justin.
That's fine.
I choose yours
Reserve?
over.
Reserve?
I think Justin's got a
the
couple
buffalo
reaches
chicken
here.
dip was I think a specific
reach.
choice that you like.
Very, yeah,
And
I
that's
agree.
fine. That's
I agree.
fine. Pick something you want. You want that.
Yeah, I specifically,
But I don't think
enjoy
that's a
winning,
popular
so
choice.
That's just why I went
That's-
with it. You know, I just have a taste and a craving for victory. So
Well, my
that's where I
my
went.
next pick here, actually, I had rated just a smidge above soft pretzel bites, but soft pretzel bites were also, once again, just like the pulled pork sliders, just below this choice. I'm gonna go with the loaded tater tots.
Oh, I thought you were going to go potato
Loaded
skins,
tater-
but tater tots.
No, tater tots.
Well done.
Loaded tater
That's
tots.
that's the steal of the draft. I feel like.
Keep in mind, all finger food, easy. I got
Yep.
a side. I
So
got two
ribs,
meats here.
wings,
Ribs,
tots.
wings, tater tots.
You have a heavy plate right now, but I'm
lots
not
of
mad at it.
napkins,
I'm
but I'm
not
not going
mad
to have
at it.
anybody hungry.
No,
and
you won't.
also, I'm not going to have anybody dripping anything
Right.
on any furniture or anywhere.
you got the
on
ribs.
any
You got
couch.
you
You
might
got
have
you
some-
got ribs. Everybody
you
in
might
your
have some
house is
hand
going to have
wiping.
fingers
You
completely
might have some
coated
wiping.
in
Yeah.
barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Depending on
I'll go light on the barbecue sauce. I'm more of a rub guy. You rub it, then you
Right.
put a little bit of sauce and light on the sauce. So we'll go loaded tots, and then on the way back, I'm gonna go with something that, again, more of a necessity here. All right, we're gonna pause. What did I miss?
No, let's keep going. Let's
All right,
just
keep
burn
going.
through it. Let's go.
Good. I have the
Let's
mind
go.
of a
Keep it going. Keep
7-year-old,
it going.
12-year-old. Keep going. Okay. Oh, sorry for my listeners. Ryan, you're on the clock.
All right, well,
The clock is
right,
still
so
ticking. We're going.
I'm gonna go with something I know you guys aren't gonna choose.
Sure.
But this is something I learned about years ago. We're gonna go with the slutty brownies. Are either of you familiar?
No,
Neither of you are
please
familiar.
explain.
Great
Rub guy.
education here. Google slutty brownies. As long as you're sure to include that
My
word
wife won't.
brownies, nothing
Right,
negative
yeah.
should come up here. It is. You guys are familiar with blondies, right? The chocolate chip cookie that looks like a brownie.
Do I
brown-
type in slutty blonde brownie or
No.
okay?
Just slutty
Just
brownies.
want to
Slutty
make sure I
blondies.
get the right image.
It is
Slutty
brownie mix on
brownie.
the bottom, Oreos in the middle,
Okay.
blondie chocolate chip mix on top, bake in the oven.
Okay. Yeah. I've
You've
seen
got
this.
a nice little mixture here of brownie, chocolate chip cookie, and Oreo in the middle. A little bit of everything. Cut them up into small little bite-size
I gotta
pieces
tell
here,
you,
and you got a nice little dessert.
that looks delicious, but your plate is like a 2-pounder right now. You got a heavy one.
That's just how much you're serving. How much are you serving yourself?
I'm just saying, you got
need
the
2
wings.
ribs,
You got the.
2 or 3 wings.
See, I guess that's my problem. When I see wings, I don't just get like a couple.
Right? No,
I
you
can't. I
You
can't.
grab a
Yeah, but
half
if
rack.
barbecue pulled pork sliders are there, you're not going to go for the wings first.
That's true. That's true. The brownie, the dessert. That's an interesting choice.
I thought about the desserts, but ultimately, I mean,
Yeah.
it depends. I think, I think it's appropriate at the right game day party, but not at every game day party.
I like to have them.
You got a
but I don't
noon
necessarily-
kickoff,
Yeah.
and slutty brownies aren't really on the menu for that.
But I will dip into the brownies at like 3.
By 3 o'clock
I'll
in the
jump in
afternoon,
there. Yeah,
I'm
I'll
going to
jump
dip
in
in.
there.
I guess maybe.
It definitely your plate stands out now for sure. Are we?
We're
No,
back to me.
To you. Back to you.
Back to Drew.
Drew is on the clock.
Now, I've got kind of 2 options here. One was mentioned as a surprise, but it wasn't selected.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. Okay, so we're doing... So I got 2 more total picks.
Correct. Well, yeah, you do. You already picked your drink.
I don't think anybody's going to have that one. All right, we're going to go pigs in a blanket.
Ooh.
That's
Dang
the
it.
finger food
That was
going
going
to
to be my honorable mention if nobody picked it up.
That is like the
That's a great pick.
You can't eat one.
no.
It is physically impossible.
Yeah, those are always so good, incredible. That's a great choice. They're not messy, flaky, buttery goodness, and they're versatile because they can sit there all day long. They're good
They're
5
cold,
hours
they're
later,
fine. Who cares?
and you can dip them.
Have you ever dipped one in beer cheese?
Have you seen me? Have you seen me? I dip those things everywhere. Absolutely. I'll dip it in a beer. Pigs in a blanket. That's a good one.
Pigs in a blanket.
All right.
All right, Justin, you're on the clock for 2.
Wow, these are going to be my last 2. Boy.
We could go for a 5th round if we feel we need to, because I still have plenty on the board.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got plenty on the board. I'm
Or a
going to
5th,
go
6th round.
I'm going to go with the yeah, for sure. I'm going to go with the meatballs. Not the giant Italian ones, but just, the mini
barbecue
meatballs. Yeah, the mini
Yeah.
barbecue meatballs.
Solid
Good.
choice.
They're messy, but you get them with the toothpick, and you should be fine.
Oh, they're good. Ryan has a mean little crock pot barbecue.
I make them every party, and they're the first thing gone, and
So
Yanni
good, man.
gets so pissed because she never gets one. They're gone before she can even get them.
That seems like
Yeah.
a Yanni problem, because everybody else gets them. So
Right.
where was she?
So, with my last pick, before I explain this pick, this isn't a best of the board, but this is a team guy. He's going to bring the team together. He's a room guy. I got some heavy stuff on the plate. I don't want to be munching on heavy stuff all day long. I like some snack light stuff where I can eat kind of throughout the game while I'm taking a break from eating. I like to eat while I'm taking a break. I'm going to go with just a mix from the charcuterie board. Couple crackers.
You didn't do a drink.
Couple cheeses. No, I'm just talking about finishing my plate.
You already got 4.
Oh no! Oh yeah, that's right.
You got to go drink.
I gotta.
I
go
mean,
drink.
you don't
Just not gonna
have
draft a
to.
quarterback?
You
I'm
don't
just
have to,
drinking-
but it's
I'm
gonna hurt you
drinking
in the
meat
analysis
sticks.
here.
I'm drinking meat sticks.
Well, hold
No.
on. How much does everybody
No.
have left? Do we want to go another round?
Well, I
I
would have
feel
drafted
good about
differently
4.
with
No,
another
you're good.
round.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we're fine. I just am dumb. Yeah, so meatballs is my last food dish, and with my
You don't get a drink.
You took a lager, correct, Drew?
That is correct.
A lager.
Which includes the light beers, correct?
Correct.
I mean, it includes some light beers.
Right.
I'm not
Oh, that's fine.
I'm not
I
a
will-
beer
Here's
connoisseur
your
in that I could
quick
say that
scale.
all
That
light
is no
beers
problem.
are. But you could go like a wheat beer.
I'm going to go with a nice American Pilsner, maybe specifically a Coors Banquet. I'll go there. A nice little yellow jacket. Not super light, not super heavy. I can maintain that all day. And the Coors Yellow Jacket Banquet, one of the best bottles out there, for sure. The little chubbies, delicious. So yeah, that'll be me. Buffalo chicken dip, bratwurst, rotel, meatballs, Coors Banquet. There's the team.
The booth has called a flag on the play.
What has happened?
The booth is. I
Judge-
googled
this
it.
is a
A
judge
pilsner.
review? Okay.
I googled. No, this is our producer has brought it in here.
Okay.
A flag on the play.
Coors
A
Banquet.
pilsner is a lager, but not all lagers are pilsners.
Well, that
Can't go
seems-
Pilsner.
Okay then. Boy. Okay.
I'm telling you, go wheat beer. Go wheat
That's
beer.
fine. I'm not
giving
gonna
you
go-
something.
I'm not gonna go wheat beer. It's too
Seltzer.
heavy.
No, it's
definitely not
not.
gonna go seltzer. For sure, not gonna go with a
Truly.
seltzer. Truly not gonna do it.
Wheat beer is not heavy.
Water.
In that case, I will go, and you can do this. I will go with a very light IPA. There's plenty of IPAs out there that
Okay.
are like 4.2s, 4.3s. I'm gonna go with one of those. Terrapin. If you want to sponsor us, I will drink your light
You're not-
IPA
you're not a-
one
you're not a-
all day long.
You're not like a Funky Bluto Floridian or a Blue Moon.
I
Those
gotta
are
tell you,
wheat
I had
beers. Those are
I
not
was
heavy.
all-
Shock
They're
Top is a
light.
wheat
They're
beer too, right?
Shock
Yeah.
Top is a Blue Moon. I gotta tell you a real quick side
Shock
story.
Top is
I
not
used
a
to-
Blue Moon.
I used to love Blue Moon, and in college they served these things by the pitchers at a bar near me, and I had just,
Done
just
them too much.
had a couple too many, and it's one of those things where when you smell it, it creates a specific memory and a specific taste, and I just can't do them anymore. Good beer though, certainly good beer. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a light IPA right there
And IPA.
in IPA, a light one though specifically.
Well,
there
but
it is.
it covers all.
It covers
So
it all.
you still
right.
got a food item, right?
I got another food item I can pick here.
Mhm.
And I got a couple of choices. I still have quite a few on the table here. I'm a little surprised a couple of these haven't been picked, but that's fine. We're gonna go with jalapeno poppers.
Nice call. Nice call. I had that on the list for sure. That's
that
a
was
good
on
one.
my list.
Those are always, especially when you get them fresh, like not a frozen. Just get a nice
That
fresh
crispy
one.
bacon, the warm cream
Mhm.
cheese, the spice. Yeah, they've got to be the spicy ones.
Well, of
There's
course.
no point if they're not spicy.
Are there mild jalapeno poppers? I feel like it takes the jalapeno.
I don't know.
out of it.
Some people make them and they
True.
like de-seed the entire jalapeno,
get
so it
all
takes
the
some of the
seeds
spice.
out.
If you get all the
Yeah.
seeds out, then it kind of
Yeah.
takes some of the spice away. But if you leave the seeds in, then yeah, you can make them. You can give them
You're
a
right.
little kick.
Yep, that's a good one. Jalapeno poppers, solid choice. And again, dippable if need be.
See,
Very
and
versatile.
It's a tough
so
dip, but yeah.
Jalapeno Poppers was on my list
Mm-hmm.
as a party pleaser, but I'm not a big pepper guy, so this it was at the very bottom of my list if things got
You
desperate. for
also
me.
are going drink here.
So yeah, I'm commenting on your pick first. So for the most part, I like your picks here. Jalapeno Poppers is a little out of my comfort zone now.
You'll like some of my other, you know.
I love your other picks. Your other picks
You'll-
are awesome.
You'll like my honorable mentions. And don't worry, they'll be there at
So-
the party. So
So you guys are already familiar with the fact that the only beer that I really ever indulge in is the light lager. So with that off the board,
Mm-hmm.
ciders.
it takes that off. Yeah, but I know ciders aren't party pleasers either, and I can only.
It's what you want. This plate
Right.
represents you.
Buffalo chicken.
I thought about Jello shots, but I thought
Oh
they're too much like.
God, that's aggressive.
That's the only thing you
That's
can
your
drink,
drink.
the entire party. You cannot drink anything
On the
else.
plate,
What's
on
wrong
the
with
plate,
Dad?
on the plate.
Oh, he's drinking
plate.
Jello shots like water.
On the plate, it's not a drink.
What do you have? 8 ounces of Jello shot.
I'm just gonna go away from the alcohol at the party. Nobody's gonna be stumbling around at my party, so I'm gonna go sodas.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sodas.
Like soda
you
waters?
You can still have it at the party. This is just for
no,
you.
sodas in general. Coke, Sprite,
Okay.
So pop.
Fanta.
Pop. If you're
Pop.
from the north, soda.
If
If
you're
you're
from
from
the
the
Midwest.
south,
You got to get that
Soda from the
pop.
South. Pop. Soda pop.
soda pop. Or actually, if you're from the south, you just call it Coke.
I'm gonna go Coke brand though. We're gonna stay away from Pepsi.
Okay.
Interesting
it's gonna
choice.
Be Coke, Sprite, Fanta.
That removes your Dr. Peppers from it, doesn't it?
No Mountain
Dr. Pepper
Dew.
is a... I think is Dr. Pepper a Pepsi product?
Dr. Pepper's a Pepsi.
Yeah.
So no Dr.
Mr.
Peppers.
Pibb
And Dr.
will be
Peppers...
served at your party. Okay.
Mr. Pibb. Okay, they do have
soda.
one. Okay.
So is that everybody's starters?
We got 5 for
the
everybody.
list.
Again, I got some mains on the board. I
What's
have
your-
another beverage on the board. I have more sides and munchies on the
what's
board.
your top two? What's your top two free agent signings there, Drew?
Across the board or like in a
Yeah,
category?
just
Yeah,
Give
top
top
three, real
three.
quick. What do you got?
Let's see. We're gonna do Taco Bar as a main. Make your own
Interesting.
tacos.
Yeah, I mean, I love a taco. Don't get
A
me
taco
wrong, but it
bar
doesn't
in
feel
place
like-
of the barbecue
Yeah.
pulled pork sliders. You do some nachos and
Taco
queso,
bar.
and you do like a taco
Pretty good.
bar.
That's pretty good.
You know, it's hard to beat that.
Yeah.
Potato skins was
Yep.
mentioned, and that
Yep.
was something that I had on my my list. And then let's see, another option I had was pizza bites.
Pizza in any variety.
Yeah.
Pizza. Well, I mean,
had
yeah,
pizza
you
on
could
there.
you
Yeah.
could you could
Well,
blow that
but-
out to pizza in general, but specifically, I
Pizza
went
in
with pizza
general
bites
not
because
being
it's
drafted.
you could have an entire bowl of those pizza bites, and people could just walk by and pick up 2 or 3 of
Absolutely.
them, and they could munch on them
Do combos
rather than
count
like a
as
full
bites?
pizza with greasy topping and
Yeah.
dripping every like that's a little
That's a good
tougher.
one.
But the pizza
I like
bites.
I like that. I would go. I can't believe nobody went burger. Just a
Yeah,
nice bacon
That's
cheese.
I don't
what
know,
was
too
thinking,
common.
Pizza, burgers.
Yeah, common's very heavy though. That's a problem there. So burger. I mean, I said charcuterie board already. I feel like that's just one of those things that's there, and it's usually there at the end of the night. But it's a good muncher. And then this was one, just like a loaded nacho platter. But
Loaded nacho.
Yeah, I mean, I
left it off
considered that,
'cause
but that's
it-
kind of taken by the nachos and queso. You wouldn't have
Yeah.
nachos and queso and a
Yeah.
loaded nacho platter.
Well,
it would have
and
been
with the
in
buffalo
substitute of.
with the buffalo chicken dip. You're kind of because
Right.
you're gonna have shredded chicken on or beef on the. You're gonna go
Mhm.
chicken or beef on the loaded nachos.
My other problem with the loaded nacho platter, and again, I love a loaded nacho platter as like an appetizer at a restaurant, but for a game, by the time you get to the end of the game,
Mm-hmm.
it's soggy, it's mushy,
It's true.
it's
but
not
then
a
you just-
it's not something I'm going to go to. I'm
just grab a
I'm going to
fork,
look
put
at
it
it
in
and
a
I'm going to
bowl
go,
and go to town.
I'm going to pass it up and I'm going to go over to something else.
You're
True.
gonna go pigs in the blanket or
True.
loaded tater tots.
What'd you have, Ryan? What was your free agent
So-
signings there?
I kind of agree with Drew. Pizza in any variety, and I'll shout out. If you guys haven't do it, look up Pizza Ring because there's a crescent roll pizza
Oh,
ring.
yes.
You get crescent
Yeah.
rolls from
Oh,
the store,
yes.
and you
It's
make
kind
it
of like a pizza bite,
Mm-hmm.
but
super
yeah.
easy. But yeah, so I kind of agree with Drew on that one. I had beef sliders. I had fried mac and cheese balls.
Yeah,
But you have beef
Mac and
sliders.
cheese.
So what do you mean by beef? You mean like hamburger sliders?
Like
Like a
hamburger
slider,
sliders, but I mean,
like
I mean,
a White
at that-
Castle. Ooh, just get White Castle for the whole party. Paint peeling
I know-
off the walls
I know you guys
by
do a lot of
3
popcorn
o'clock,
chicken.
baby.
Popcorn
But
chicken's
then,
good. Oh,
like,
I didn't even think
Cocktail
of
Punch never
croquettes.
made it. Jello shots, I thought were
That's
I didn't even
incredibly
think of
aggressive
croquettes.
by you with the Jello shot.
you think it is, but like I
Yeah.
don't know. Drew and I we grew up down here anyhow, going to Florida State games
And
at
just
my
Jell-O
grandparents'
shots,
house,
huh?
and every time Florida State scored a touchdown, my grandpa, at 80 years old, was
Just
running
do a
around the
Jell-O
house going,
shot.
"Gotta do a Jello shot, gotta do a Jello
Oh
shot,
my
touchdown, gotta do a Jello shot."
Gosh.
He loved his
Um,
Cuban sandwiches and his Jello shots.
Hey.
He loved his Cuban sandwiches and Jello shots. So, which
Okay.
you could throw Cuban sandwiches in there. I'm not huge on.
No,
the
I just went
pickles.
croquettes. I just realized croquettes wasn't even on the list, and
What is
wow,
that?
that
That's
is.
on the list. That's a
What is
very
a
Cuban,
croquette?
very southern. You're not going to get that in Ohio.
Oh my goodness,
Um,
I could eat those nonstop.
What What is a croquette? If I type that
I'll
in,
have
I
to
just-
bring some to you sometime on vacation.
Okay, I'll eat a croquette, whatever that is.
Fried
Alright, so-
ham.
Not bad. All right, final teams. So I've got at quarterback, I've got my bratwurst. At my wide receiver and running back skill positions, I've got the buffalo chicken dip and the rotel crack dip. At my linebacker position, I've got the meatball, and for my drink, I've got the light IPA. That's where I'm at.
I'll just read them all off.
All
You did that
okay.
so efficiently. So it's just,
Andrew
and I'm
with
lazy.
the
and that.
barbecue pork slider,
just gonna sit here.
specifically on the Hawaiian roll, followed up with the soft pretzel beer cheese. I assume that's more of a flex position, wide receiver, running back, pretty versatile. Same with the pigs in a blanket, very versatile team, followed up with the Jalapeno Poppers, which is clearly an insane defensive back, and the lager beer, which is just the most versatile of all the drinks on a game day. Probably not during the workday, but your life, your choice.
I don't know
Ryan,
what
you
kind
have
of work
the
you'd go to.
barbecue.
No kids at the party.
Well, yeah, it's fine. They can have a couple. It's not a big deal. They're not driving. Ryan, you've got the ribs, followed up with the bone-in chicken wings, which I do feel like you've got a two-quarterback situation, but maybe you can put them both on the same field, run them around. You should be fine there. Loaded tater tots, which is just strong in every way, shape, or form. I feel like you got like a Chris Gamble situation there. Wide receiver, kick return, cornerback, the whole deal. And then you've got the slutty brownie. I don't know what to say or do with that, but it's on your team. And then you have
That's
soda.
the kicker.
It's something. It's something.
Listen.
It's the
if there's
kicker
somebody
that's
that has a
drinking and
sweet tooth-
smoking before the game. Like,
If there's
just,
somebody that has
The
a sweet tooth
replacements.
at your party, they are stuck going through your cupboards.
yeah.
I've got that handled.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have one. Don't get me wrong.
Small portions.
It's just
small portions.
Yeah, there you go. And then you've got the Coke products, of course. So we will definitely put this on the. You will only exclusively be able to see these teams, see them on our YouTube channel, and in order to see them, you must first subscribe, like, follow, and send us $10 to our Cash App. And then you will be able, no, I'm just kidding, it's just a $5 fee. And then you'll be able to see all of the teams. So once you go on there, let us know who has the best team. And then, of course, whoever wins will be gifted a $50 gift card to their restaurant of choice, again, from Ryan's personal account. So we thank Ryan for sponsoring this podcast. Thank you so much, Ryan. We appreciate it.
We're not picking?
I mean, we'll do our pick. We'll do our pick. I mean,
I thought we were
we're
going
all
to
gonna
do
pick
some
our
type of a
own.
winner.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna
Who's
pick
not
my
gonna
own.
pick their own?
I'm picking my own. I mean, is anybody
Okay,
feel
so
like-
then you have to put them in order 1, 2, and 3, and we award points, and then whoever
Okay.
or se-
Okay.
or
The judge
the
is
producer
absolutely biased.
or the producer selects.
producer's
But if we
biased.
each pick and we award points based on selection order,
Okay. All right.
then whoever has the most points win.
well, I
So
would
what's the
go-
point breakdown?
all right,
5
1, 2, and
points
3.
for a first place, 3 points for a second place, and 1 point for a
There you go.
third place.
We'll keep
5,
it simple.
3, and 1 points.
So I'm giving myself obviously 3 points. I mean, are
So
you
you're-
kidding me? What a
You're
play.
going to say
3-2-1.
Justin and then
3-2-1
what?
is easy.
I'm going with 3-2. I'm literally going with me 3. I'm going with Andrew 2, just because that slutty brownie turns me off. And then I would go with
Wow.
Ryan. Yeah, just I'm not a big soda guy either. Actually, that's probably the big. I haven't had a soda or a Coke or a pop in years, and it's not because I'm healthy. You would know that if you subscribe to YouTube. I just don't like it. So yeah,
So I'm
that's-
going myself, Justin, and then Ryan. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, Ryan. I just
Man.
it's, the queso and the bratwurst. That's it for me. I got my IPAs. So I have a drink, I have a beer, I have chips and queso, and I got the bratwurst, and I'm putting the queso on the bratwurst too. I'm probably going to skip the buffalo chicken dip. I may, depending how many IPAs I'm in, I may go into that. And the meatballs, you can't go wrong with meatballs.
Ryan, how you rank them?
But see, I get to choose the winner then, and you guys have
Go for it.
theoretically.
You get to. You get to
guys
choose
have
the winner.
essentially eliminated me.
We did. We did. I mean, you
So-
did it to yourself when
Sorry.
you picked soda and brownies, but But
Well,
yeah,
but I've also got ribs and chicken wings, and I think
You do.
the public is going to speak for that. And those
We'll
are
see.
those
Hopefully
are
they-
two
they
picks
cheer
that are
in your
better than any
favor.
of your guys' picks.
we could certainly
Wings is
be
tough.
proven wrong. We could, yeah. I mean, you've got.
I love ribs, but at a game, I'm not. It's too messy, man. My fingers are destroyed.
Yeah, but
What are
anyway,
you using your fingers for during a game, other than eating?
I don't want them messy though,
controller situation,
especially if it's like an
couch.
important game. I got a jersey on.
Yeah.
I don't want messy.
I didn't. Okay.
I'm
think
drinking.
What's your
I'm
pick?
drinking IPA, so I'm
I don't know
wiping
what
this
ribs
all over
you
me.
guys-
I'm in trouble.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
No,
I'm
I
absolutely
don't know
sloshed.
here. I vote 3 for me,
Of course.
2 for me, and 1 for me.
Oh
So
my gosh.
I win.
First,
I'm
second,
first
and
round.
third.
Anyways, you know, we didn't
'cause-
say you couldn't do that.
Well, there
That's
you
top
have
three
it.
Picks: ribs, wings, and loaded tater tots are
All right.
all. Those are all better than any of the choices.
You don't
other
have barbecue
choices I
pulled
see
pork
up there.
sliders at the top of that at all?
We'll,
Pigs in a blanket were up there. Barbecue pork sliders were underneath all of that. Pigs.
pull,
Wow.
If my
I think
answer
our
was-
audience is going to roast you for not actually picking.
I don't know. I think they're gonna
That's
roast.
fun.
We'll see. We'll see.
We shall see.
No,
We'll
I don't
leave it
know.
up.
I don't like jalapeno poppers. So there's literally one item that I would just not go anywhere near on
Right.
your list, and there's one item on Justin's that I would
So
not
make
go
your
anywhere
pick.
near.
What are you not going near on mine? IPAs?
Buffalo chicken. I don't like buffalo sauce.
But you would drink an IPA?
Okay.
Nope, wouldn't drink an IPA
Ooh.
either.
Are we
But if
deciding?
I'm eliminating, see, that's the thing. If I'm eliminating something off your list that I'm not even going to touch at your
Right.
party,
I feel like you're getting there. Okay. So you're not having the buffalo chicken dip. You're not having the IPA.
but okay.
It sounds like against my best wishes. It sounds like you're picking your brother here. Would you rather have
No,
a
I
pulled
picked
pork
myself.
slider or a brat?
He picks
I would eat
himself.
everything
All
on
right.
my list.
We'll leave it up.
I guess
to
the audience will have to decide that.
to the audience.
But
of
we
course.
know.
Well,
We
we
know.
I won. It's fine. We all know that happened. Well, anyway, definitely let us know in the comments of what you like, and then yeah, we'll send you a gift card, and we'll make up the plate for you, and we'll send it to you. It won't be there quickly. Don't eat the food.
It'll
at
all be cold.
It'll all be bad and moldy, but you'll have it. You'll have it for yourself. So once again, thank you so much for listening to the Common Dad Podcast. Do not forget to follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and, of course, our new YouTube channel, The Common Dad Podcast. Subscribe. You can check out all of our videos, and we have more than podcasts and everything on there as well. So all sorts of fun content. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next time. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of The Common Dad Podcast. Let us know if you liked the video by giving us a thumbs up. Even if you didn't, give it a thumbs up anyway. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell to get notifications every time we post a new video. Also, do not forget to follow us on Instagram at @the_common_dad and on Facebook at The Common Dad, so you can let us know your thoughts on today's episode.